What if every Battle Right character was a boss in V Rising? In this episode, we'll talk about Poloma,
I've heard the cries of lost souls.
the Psycho Pump. First of all, Battle Right is a light-hearted, mobile-like arena game developed by Stunlock Studios, also known as SLS, where champions fight in an arena until one team is standing. On the other hand, V Rising is the newest game being developed by SLS. It's a gothic, dark, open-world survival game, probably with some sort of King of the Hill style gameplay. Now let's get into things. As I said, in this episode I will cover if Poloma was a boss in V Rising. But first, a little disclaimer. This is all just what I think would be cool, and I tried to stay as close to Poloma's original kit, but more suited for a boss. I also decided to change her theme to be something that would be more suitable for a dark vampire game. First of all, let's talk about her theme. So, in Battle Right, she uses spirits to guide her and has this form of helper named Toki. But in V Rising, I think she could be a spirit. Or a ghost. A ghost queen. Spooky. Her appearance would be similar to Battle Right, but she's transparent and ghostly, wears a dress and a crown. So she would look a lot like a benevolent spirit skin. Since Poloma is a ghost queen, it's only natural that she will live in a haunted castle. But now, let's get into what you're all here for. Her abilities. In total, Poloma will have 7 abilities, including her passive. So let's start with her passive. Her passive is called Spirit Link. During the entire fight, everyone is linked with their allies. If multiple solo players are in the fight, they are linked. But the trade-off is that Poloma is also linked with her allies. If your linked ally takes damage from other sources than Spirit Link, you will also receive 25% of the damage that your ally takes. And the same goes for Poloma and her allies. Her first active ability is called Spirit Walk and allows her to travel to the spirit dimension, making her vanish completely for a short amount of time and move to another location. When she appears, she heals all allies in a small area around her and pushes all enemies away from the location. Poloma's second ability is called Summon Spirit Wolf and does exactly that. She summons 2 Spirit Wolves to help fight. However, there cannot be more wolves than there are players in the area. The Spirit Wolves themselves have 4 abilities, one of them being a passive. The first ability is called Swipe and deals damage in front of them. The second one is called Bite and deals a little bit of damage and slows one enemy in front of them. The third ability is called Pounce, where they jump to an enemy and deals a bit of damage. The fourth ability, and that being the passive, is called Spirit Healing. Instead of taking damage from Poloma's abilities, the Spirit Wolves gets healed from her abilities. But keep in mind that Spirit Link also affects Poloma and her Spirit Wolves, so dealing damage to one wolf will also deal damage to Poloma and all the other wolves. Moving on to Poloma's third ability. Poloma sends a fast moving projectile that if it hits a player, Poloma swaps position with the player, steals a bit of health from the player, and deals damage in an area around where she lands. Furthermore, all Spirit Wolves pounces to the player hit and starts targeting them. However, if Poloma misses her ability, she will teleport to the max range of the ability and get stunned for 0 seconds. This ability heavily punishes you if you get hit, but if you manage to dodge the ability, Poloma is the one who will be punished and easy to hit. Poloma's next ability is called Spirit Scream. Poloma starts channeling, having green orbs flowing towards her to indicate it. After a few seconds, she screams, casting a large green explosion that steals health from all affected enemies and fears them. This ability is very strong, but it's also very slow. If you notice the green orbs, you can easily react. Moving on to Poloma's strongest ability, but it can only be cast once. It only casts when she reaches 25% health, where she summons a Spirit King who slams the ground, dealing massive damage in almost the entire room. Afterwards, she unlocks her last ability, called Spirit Toki. She periodically spawns stationary spirit versions of Toki. mimic all her abilities except Spirit Wolf and last a long time, making up to 3 of them being able to be spawned at the same time. That was the last of all her abilities. Now, everybody knows that a boss is nothing without their music. Poloma's music will be slow and only be played on piano. But once Poloma reaches 25% health, the music will speed up and have times where the wrong key is pressed, making it more intense and chaotic.
And of course, with the new V-Blood reward system, Poloma needs V-Blood as well. So I think she would give the Spirit Walk ability to you as a reward when you beat her. And that was all for Poloma.
Now, let's see who the next character is. It's Jade! Fuck.
Hello guys, I hope you liked the video. And I would like to make a special thanks to jiji, who helped me a lot with the video. See you in the next one.